not doing what they're passionate about. They're not there to do what they intend to do, right? And that was the butterfly. So unless and until you don't know your why, unless and until you don't know why you wake up every single morning, you're not going to be successful. I'm being honest. Okay? Now, how many of you have either heard or read this book? Wow, yes, quite a few people. This was actually a phenomenon which is going around the whole world. The Chicken Soup for the Soul, and it's co-authored by Jack Canfield, who's my mentor, and Mark Victor Hansen, right? So people have seen how powerful this book is. People have seen what this book has done to other people's lives. But most of us, we don't know that this was actually rejected by 144 publishers before this book came out. 144 publishers. Do you think if you get a rejection, like 100 rejections, would you still keep going? Lots of people would just give up, right? So many of us do that. We go through life, we hear one no, and we start doubting ourselves, right? We start doubting our dreams. We start doubting the goals that we have. And can you imagine, he went through 144 rejections. He still kept going. And that's why he's a legend today, right? It's now 500 million copies sold worldwide, and it's in 47 languages. My point here is do not give up. No matter how many no's you get in life, just keep saying next. And that's the key for success. Okay? I love this quote. This quote is by Orrin Hudson. He's the Alabama State chess champion. He says, success is like knowing the combination to a lock. No matter who you are, male, female, young, old, black, white, whether you live in Toronto or whether you live in New York, no matter who you are, as long as you know the numbers of the combination and that too in the correct order, it has to open for you. How many of you have seen the safe, where you have to punch in the numbers, but if you screw up the numbers, if you mess up the numbers, it's not going to open. The promise that I always make to my coaching clients and the people I mentor is that if you do what I ask you to do and do it correctly in the right order, you will double your results, you will double your time off, and you will have more balance and fun. Okay? Now when I talk about balance, it's not just balance between work and family. It's a balance between you, work, and family. Many of us, we always spend so much time at work and we engross ourselves with family activities, right? But what about you? You need your me time, right? And that's the balance I'm talking about, okay? And I promise that if you do exactly the principles I tell you to do and follow in a system, you will be able to do this in 2 years or less. And that's the result we're getting from our people whom we coach. Okay? Awesome. Who here knows this man? Does anyone know? Oh, wow. Jerome, right? What does he say? You can't hire other people to do your push-ups for you. Jim Rohn is actually the motivational philosopher. He's no more, but he's considered as the philosopher of motivation. So it's like, okay, I'm thinking, I want to lose weight, and I say, Maria, can you go to the gym and work out for me? You think that's going to help me?
Of course not.
Of course not, right? If I say to Cora, what's that?
Wireless exercise.
Wireless exercise, yeah. If I say to Cora, can you, I need to lose some weight, can you eat just a healthy diet for me? That's not going to work, right? There are certain tasks that you can delegate, yes. But certain things, you can't. You have to do that for yourself, right? The mental, the emotional, the intellectual, those are the things that you need to do yourself, okay? This is J. Paul Getty. At one time, he was the billionaire. He was one of the richest men in North America. And he was interviewed by the Time magazine, and he was asked, the 3 secrets of success. You get up early, work hard, and simply find oil. Right? Now if it were that simple, we would all be rich, right? But what I want you to understand is, what is your oil? What is it that you want in life? Right? That's right. What is your purpose? What is your passion? Start thinking about that. That's the way I would just want your, your minds to go in that direction. What is that oil that you're looking for? Okay. All right, this is my mentor, Jack Canfield. Who here has read his book, The Success Principles? Wow, you almost have the room. Lovely. So in this book, he has actually written down 67 universal principles that always work. 67, right? Of course, I won't be teaching you all 67. I can barely touch base on maybe 3 or 4 tonight, but this is what my coaching is based on for my clients. Is all based on the success principles that I have learned from him. And that's what I take my coaching clients through for an entire 1 year, is getting down, understanding those principles, and implementing them in your life and your business. Okay? This is my book. It's called Your Journey Within. And this book actually changed my life. Before I started writing this book, I did not even know I had it within me. But once I started writing, I realized that there is something that I have within me that I can contribute to the world. How many of you kind of resonate with that? It is there within you. All you need to do is go out there and just bring it out, right? And this book helped me do that. So, like I said, I'm the award-winning author of this book. I'm a professional speaker, and I'm a certified Canfield trainer. And this is the reason for my success. Association, my mentors, always being in touch with these powerful people. Mr. Raymond Aaron, he's my transformational coach. He also was kind enough, he wrote the foreword for my book. That's Sunil Tulsiani. He's our business coach, a wonderful, wonderful man. Most of you must have met him, I'm not sure, but there are people in this room who share the same feelings about Sunil, that he is one of the best coaches that we've ever come across. And we are really grateful for him, for what he's done for our business and how he's taken it to the next level. Jack Canfield, of course, I'm his certified trainer. Dr. John Gray, Bob Proctor, Dr. Ivan Meisner. These are some of the people that we associate with. And not just take pictures with them, we actually communicate with them on a regular basis. Okay? So I'm honored and I'm really privileged to be sharing stage with the legend, Mr. Brian Tracy in Winnipeg. There are a few other people in this room, like Cora. She will be sharing the stage with me in Winnipeg. And Amit is going to be speaking with him in May, and Sadma will be there as well. So, and I'm also co-authoring the book with Mr. Brian Tracy.
That is profound. So fast.
Okay, this is the topic for my speech tonight. It's called How to Accelerate Your Millionaire Mindset to Create Wealth. Okay? What you're going to learn is the 5 important principles of success. Because like I said, I can only cover 5 tonight, not 67. Okay? And amongst those 5, I'm still going to be touching base on one very, very important principle. And that principle, if you know it, that's like the foundation, the basis for everything. Okay? The 3 key differences that separate high achievers from everyday people, and the 5 habits of the successful people. Okay, this is a formula that I came up with based on my teachings, my learnings, what I learned from my mentors, is that success is really 80% mindset and 20% skill set. How many of you agree with that?
Yes.
Yes? Yeah? Wonderful. So these are the 3 key differences that separate high achievers from everyday people. Number 1, they have unusual clarity. They really know what they want. And they're so focused. They're so focused that it's like almost like a laser focus, right? And no matter what comes across, no matter whatever obstacles they come across, because their focus is so sharp and laser focused, they get it. They do it, right? So the unusual clarity, and Amit is going to be actually touching base upon that first point. The second one is they take 100% responsibility for their results and are action-oriented. This is the principle I was talking about. If you understand this very principle and just base your entire life and your business on this one principle, you're going to see huge, huge results. And actually, it's not easy. Not many people can actually understand what it means to take 100% responsibility. But ever since I started doing that in our business, in our lives, things have changed. It's like there's a huge explosion. It's almost like the universe is now plotting to do us good, right? So this is really the key. And they have developed powerful success habits, disciplines of success. So these are the 5 most important principles I thought I should share with you tonight. The first one is take 100% responsibility for life and your results. Now when I talk about results, it could be anything. It could be in the field of health. It could be your business. It could be relationships. It could be any result that you're looking for, whether you're a real estate investor, you're in your own business, if you're an employee. All these principles actually work in each and every phase of your life that you're in right now. Okay? Second one, decide what you want. Like I said before, unless you don't know where there is, you don't know how to get there. You have to know what is it that you're aiming for, right? You have to know, you have to define your dreams, you have to clarify your vision, and only then you're going to get there. The third one is setting goals. And let me tell you, that is the defining characteristic that separates high achievers from ordinary people, is that they set goals. Okay? It's one thing to dream and to have a vision about, but unless and until you put them into specific, measurable objectives and goals, you're not going to see the results that you want. Okay? They have to be very clear, specific, and measurable. Okay? And of course, taking focused action, right? Everyone here, like most of us know law of attraction, right? Has everyone here heard about law of attraction? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, cool. I was listening to one video the other day, and Jack Canfield says in that video, somebody came up to him and said, Jack, this law of attraction doesn't work really, does it? I have watched the movie Secret 60 times. 60, and nothing has happened in my life. Jack said to him, and he asked Jack, what should I do, Jack? Jack says, you know what? Stop watching the movie. Go do something about it, right? So unless you actually go out there and take those actions needed to be doing what you need to do, nothing's going to happen, right? Because the world does not pay you for what you know. The world pays you for what you do. No matter how much knowledge I gain from Jack, no matter how much information I get from my mentors, unless and until I come up here on the stage and share that with the people I want to share it with, nothing's going to happen, right? I'm not going to be able to attain my goals, my dreams, right? So that is the key, taking focused actions. The fourth one, believe it is possible. This is huge. You have to believe in your goals. You have to believe in your dreams. No matter how big they are, you have to come from a point of a positive expectancy, which means every time you set a goal, that should be in your mind. The number one thing in your mind should be, I am going to achieve it. The how will come later. Okay? And believe in yourself and believe it is possible. Okay? And practice persistence with patience. Like I said, but that's why I started with it. People just give up. They are not ready to do whatever it takes. They just give up. Right? Alright, so this is the number one principle. And let me tell you, once you get this, it's going to change your life massively. It's taking 100% responsibility for your life and results. Now what that means is giving up all the blaming, all the complaining, all the excuse making, all looking out in the world and saying, if the world was different, I would be better off. Just stop all that, right? The weather is not that great this evening, but you're still here, right? I'm sure there are so many people who decided, oh, what a crappy weather. I'm just going to stay at home, right? So what happens when you do that, what happens when you actually blame it on something like weather, is you're giving away your power. You're not in control anymore then, right? You're not coming from a viewpoint of being at cause, you're at effect. You're at the mercy of something, right? Don't give away your control. Keep it to yourself. It's valuable. You be in charge, okay? I really want all of us to say this together. So if it's meant to be, it's up to me. Can we all say it together on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3.
If it's meant to be,
it's up to me. Whatever you experience in your life up until now, you have created it. And once you realize that, it's easy to uncreate it, and it's easy to recreate something else, something better. Right? So this formula is very powerful, right? All right. And if you don't so it's like a mathematical equation. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Yeah. Right? And if you don't like the 4, change the response. Right? You can't change the event because the event has occurred. That's not in your hands, right? What most people do is they blame the event. You can't really do anything about it. For example, if I were to give you a huge piece of chocolate cake, okay? I put it in front of you. There are 2 responses you can do. You can either eat up the cake, right? And then complain, oh, I put on 10 pounds, whatever. Or you can politely decline the cake and stick to your diet. 2 different responses, right? If someone wants to come up to you and give you a $2,000 bonus, you could just go out Friday night and party and spend everything out. Or you could invest it, maybe in real estate, maybe in funds, whatever you want to do, but you're going to get a better and a different outcome. Yeah? So you have to give up all the blaming. Yeah? Stop blaming everything. It's you. It starts from you. Okay? You have to give up all complaining. Honestly, be very honest to yourself. How many of us in this room complain about things? Complain about your boss. Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, me. Complain about your boss. Complain about your children. Complain about your parents, your spouse, right? Yes, we all do. I agree. We all do. Okay, but you have to come from that point that you have to stop complaining and take ownership. Okay? People only complain about things that are changeable. Do you agree? The reason why people complain, okay, if I'm not happy at work, I come home and complain to my husband and say, you know what, my boss, he's terrible, he sucks, right? But why do I do that? Because I know in my mind there is a better boss out there. So if that's the case, why do people not do anything about it? Right? And the reason being, when you complain, it means you have a reference point of something you prefer that you're not willing to take the risk for. If you're stuck in a job which you don't like, quit the job. But that means you're risking something, right? If you're not happy in the relationship, get out of the relationship. But there's a risk involved. And people hate to take that risk. They'd rather stay in that position, stuck, than be willing to get out of their comfort zone. Okay? So you have to give up all blaming, all complaining, justifying, defending, excuse making. This is very hard for most of the people. It is really hard. But let me tell you, once you come from that position and you implement, and the reason I can say it so confidently is because I'm doing that. And that's the reason we're seeing these huge results in our life and business.
I think this is amazing. I've known Amit and Swapna for about a year now, and I knew they were doing some really profound things. I wanted to come and see what they were doing. The information is amazing.
Stay focused on your goals and you'll be able to accomplish them. Have clarity in whatever you want to do, and then go for it.
This workshop is very, very, very transformational. These guys have so much value. Amit and Swapna, as being a fellow coach myself, I'm learning things that I didn't even know in terms of how to set and reach goals, how really your actions are producing your results, and how to stay focused on your vision and not your current condition. These guys have mastered, and I think are continuing to master, the field of personal development and coaching. They have so much experience, and their brand speaks for themselves. They've been trained by some of the top people in the world, and you can't argue their credentials.
Some things that I say are actually not true for you, and I get that. There is no right or wrong here, right? There is only right for me, and then there is right for you. Doesn't have to be right for everyone, right? So I agree to that, but this is what I believe. A lot of people hide behind this word perfection. No, I'm a perfectionist. Oh, until I get that right, I'm not going to do a Facebook Live. Until I do that, oh my God, I'm not going to send out that report. Until I write a perfect email, I'm not going to send it to my database. Right? That's what's holding you back? Seriously? 3 years? That's my book. It's called Your Profound Success. 7 Powerful Ways to Skyrocket Your Business Using Internet. This is a book that I've co-authored with Raymond Allen, who's a New York Times best-selling author. And the foreword for this book was written by Laurel Langmeyer. Laurel Langmeyer, if you don't know, she's in the Guinness Book of World Record for creating maximum millionaires. You like that?
Yes. Yeah.
And that's the beauty. That's the beauty of writing these books with these giants. Right? Imagine having somebody write a foreword for your book who is in the Guinness Book of World Records. Guess how much importance that book has now? Because it's not just me, it's co-authored by Raymond Allen, and the foreword has been written by this powerful lady. Okay, so let's talk about it. You are at the Profound Success Seminar. I want to get a sense of what success means for you. You want to be successful, right?
Yes.
Do you want to be successful?
Yes.
Do you want to be successful?
Yes.
All right, so let's define success. What is success for you?
Success is a state in your mind. You can be successful if you decided to be successful.
Okay, let me clarify. Success is different for different people.
Yes.
Right? Agree. I want a definition for you specifically, right? So whatever your definition is may not be my definition or should not be my definition, right? So I want to get a sense of what's success for you. How do you define success for yourself? Right? Okay, yes, go on.
Well, success is when you achieve what your goals are. When you have achieved what you wanted from what you are doing.
Perfect. And there is no wrong answer, right?
Exactly.
There is no wrong answer. I mean, that might be success for you. That's perfect. That's perfect. What's success for you? Yes, Manny.
Success to me, and I got this from Earl Nightingale, he says, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Just the fact that you have a goal and you're going after it means you're already successful, puts you in the top 5%. Right.
Perfect. Now you've learned that definition, you've read it, and you've implemented that for yourself. That's what's important, right? So just not reading and narrating it from some book. That's the point that I want to emphasize. Yes. What's success for you? Yes.
I think for me it's eternal progress, and you feel fulfilled.
You feel fulfilled.
And
Okay.
eternally progressing.
Perfect. Good. Any? Yes.
Success for me is the financial security to know that I need not worry, I won't be dependent on anybody, and I can still do the fun things in life I enjoy.
Perfect. Excellent. Good. So this is success for me. I'm creating 10 millionaires by 10/10/2020. That's my magic date. Thank you. That's my vision. I'm going to create 10 millionaires by 10th of October. So that's exactly 3 years from today. Are you going to be one of them?
Yes, of course.
I didn't hear that. Are you one of them?
Yes.
All right. So I want you to stand up and give a high five to 2 people that you haven't met this evening and say, I'm going to be a millionaire.
I'm going to be a millionaire.
stay standing.
Millionaire.
All right, now stay standing, and look at me. Look at me. This is the way that some people do. Hey, I want to be a millionaire.
Me too.
Hey, I'm going to be a millionaire. No! If you are going to be a millionaire, what do I want? Energy.
Of course.
Energy.
Passion.
I want energy. Hey, I want to be a millionaire. Hey, I'm going to be a millionaire. Were you scared when I came at you? That's energy. That is energy. All right. Let's go with full energy to two other people and say, I'm going to be a millionaire. All right. Have a seat. Give yourself a huge round of applause. Excellent. Have you said that to anyone, anytime in your lifetime before? Raise your hand. 3 people out of 30 people. Right? Something to think about. Okay, good. So, we want to achieve success. You define success for yourself. That's great. Now we're going to look at the links, because to achieve success, there are some links that you have to sort of connect to be successful. Right? So we're going to look at a very, very powerful link that is a piece of a missing puzzle. All right? And to address that, I'm going to ask you to think about your goals. So now we're at a very, very important point about goals. I want you to start thinking about what you want to achieve in a period of 12 months. 12 months, okay? Write it down if you want. I'll give you maybe 60 seconds. I want you to write down what you're going to achieve in the next 12 months. All right? Timer starts now. 60 seconds.
You want something to write? Yeah, please.
Reach the desired achievements. And I'm not going to procrastinate.
Whoa, that's a good one.
Help 100 families in next year
Yes.
to get healthy, and want to promote my business in 3 countries to find more business partners.
What makes only 1% people successful in life and business? You saw we have about 30 people sitting in this room. Only 1% of the people had the courage to stand up and answer. And the rest, 90% did not have, because they didn't feel like, they didn't have a goal. That's fine, I'm not here pointing it out. But I want you to start thinking for yourself, why didn't you answer that question? This is not a question I want you to answer. I want you to just go in and think for yourself. Is it because you don't have your goal defined? Is it because you're scared that, oh my God, if I tell my goal to someone else, what are they going to think about me? Right? And the reason I want you to be aware of this is because 99% of the people are here. They are so confused. When I do coaching for my one-on-one clients, this is where we start. This is where 99% of clients are. They don't know what direction they're going. There are so many options. There are so many distractions. If you open any social media page, like you see, you're trying to read one post, but there are 10 different things that are distracting you, right?
Yeah.
You're driving on QEW, there are 15 other things that are trying to take your attention away. Anywhere you go, right? You're traveling, anywhere you go, the distractions are so powerful that they don't allow you to focus. And that's why entrepreneurs and people are so not aligned with their purpose. They're not working towards their goal. They don't know what their goal is. And that's the first reason why Swapna emphasized clarity is so critical. So when we do our sessions, our first 2 or 3 sessions, we really emphasize and get you focused as to where are you going? What do you see yourself in 5 years, in 10 years? Like we ourselves, me and Swapna and even Sanjana now, has her goals so well defined. We know exactly what's happening, 10, 10, 20, you saw my mission. 10, 20, not only me, it's not just mission for me, but it's for 10 people along with me. And that's very critical to be added to your goal, right? It's not about yourself, because I know if I help 10 people get millionaires, I am definitely a millionaire in 3 years. Damn, I don't even have to think about that. But then my whole mindset changes from being selfish to serving. That's what I want you to start thinking. So the most important concept I want you to understand is the concept that only 1% people follow. You saw an exact example in this room right now. Only 1% of the people actually stood up and had the courage to answer this question because they had the clarity. They had the clarity, right? And when I say clarity, I mean where you're going, whether you have a date to that goal that you've put in. Right? You know exactly. I mean, saying that, oh, I'm going to be successful actually does not mean anything. Does not mean anything. And why I'm telling you this is because I have learned this the hard way. I'm here talking to you and giving this huge seminar. This was not me 12 years ago when I came to Canada, you know, even 17 years ago. Right? When I came to Canada, I came in with Sapna, just two of us with 4 bags. That's our beginning. Right? I'm an immigrant from India. And when I came to Canada just with 4 bags, I started working at telemarketing. Like, I didn't even know what telemarketing is. I looked up Toronto Star, and there was huge job, and all jobs that I could look at was telemarketing. And I asked, you know, my Swapna's uncle, well, what is telemarketing? What does this mean? And he said, oh, you sit on the phone and you sell something. I said, okay, I can do that. And you would not believe, 5th April evening we came to Canada. 6th April morning, 9 o'clock, I went to the Toronto Star office here, and I was hired. I was hired 12 hours being in Canada. And I said, wow, this is easy. Canada is a piece of cake. Man, I can do it. And it was so funny. Swapna was standing outside, and she said, what happened? How did the interview go? And I said, well, she asked me to start right away. So she wanted me to start at 9 a.m. that morning. And I said, no, my wife is waiting, I have to go home and all that. it was ridiculous. Anyway, I started next day, but that was my beginning, right? And 2.5 years, I worked these odd jobs with telemarketing and selling. I have sold so much stuff on the phone, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, right? From credit cards to vacations to, you know, those credit card thermal rolls that you get. I was employed with that company for a year, for a month. But what I want to say is, all these businesses and jobs that I've done took me to a level where, you know what, I said, I want to be an entrepreneur. I don't want to work for someone else because I was always entrepreneurial minded. So when I started working part-time and started to transform my life, again, I didn't see success. I have done 7 businesses in my life, 7 businesses. And I'm not talking different fields, okay? I'm not talking just in one particular category. I'm talking different industries, right? I started with healthcare. I started with healthcare, and I went to real estate, I was a mortgage agent, I was an insurance agent. And what happened to me is I went into all these businesses, and I said, this insurance business, I don't think this works. You know, I'm not able to get clients. I went to a mortgage business. I was a mortgage agent for 18 months. And, you know, business was kind of okay, you know, getting so-so clients. But the problem was I wasn't earning more than I would make as an employee. And this is very important for you to understand. It was not that I was starving. I was doing okay, supporting my family, but I wasn't making more than what I would working as an employee. So I started to reflect on myself, okay, what's happening? Why am I not making more? I was working 40 hours for someone else and making the same income. Now I'm working 80 hours for myself and making the same income. There's something wrong in this equation. And it wasn't the business. That's what I learned. It wasn't the business, because there were mortgage agents in my company that were doing amazingly well. There were insurance agents in my company that were doing amazingly well. So it wasn't the business. And I thought I was a smart guy. I said, oh, I can speak, I can convince, I can talk, my English is okay. So what's holding me back? And it took me all these 7 businesses. It took me 7 businesses to go through to learn that it wasn't the business, it was me. It was me. And the earlier you get this realization, the faster you're going to progress. And what did I do after that? Because when I gained clarity, because I hired coaches. I hired mentors. That was the turning point for me. Right? Now, why is it that people don't have clarity? Right? Why is it? Because Albert Einstein said this: we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Because all problems that you have in your life, believe it or not, again something that you're not going to like, is you have created them. You are the one that have created the problem. And now you're not able to get out of it. And this is the reason. This is Albert Einstein. There's no, you cannot question this statement. Right? So the solution is what I went for. Right? I hired a coach. I said, what's happening? What's happening? Why am I not getting the success that I wanted? And when I hired these coaches, they discovered something that I was doing, which was so evident after they explained to me. I said, that's it? That's all what I have to do? And they said, yep, just do that. And that's when my life, my business started to change. Okay, the year was 2012, 5 years ago. And after that, we've not looked back. Last 5 years have been so dynamic for us. Our business, our life has just skyrocketed. Okay, it was all because of these coaches. And how does a coach help? First of all, they create a safe environment for you. Right? You're afraid to speak about your limitations, about the problems that you have, but with the coach, you can be totally free. You can totally express your difficulties, and they are here to solve it for you. Then they identify the gaps that you cannot identify yourself. Okay? They help you build a structure, and they give you accountability. That's one of the major aspects for entrepreneurs, because when you're working as an employee, you have to be there at your workplace at 8:30. But the problem with being an entrepreneur is you're by yourself, so there's nobody to question you. I mean, you can just take 3 days off and there's nobody to question you, right? So it is a good thing, but it's also a very, very risky thing, right? And that's what coaches will help you identify. So my secret to success is all those amazing coaches: Raymond Darren, Sunil Tulsiani, Mr. Jack Canfield. And I tell you, these people have made such a huge impact in my life. Raymond Darren, when I wrote the book with him, he told me some aspects that he's our transformational coach. Sunil Tulsiani is our business coach. So the way we do our business has totally changed after we started to associate it with Sunil. And the strategies that he has taught me, even me as a business coach, I wasn't aware of those strategies. So really, really powerful coaching that I got from him. Mr. Jack Canfield. Jack Canfield my story with Jack Canfield is really unique, because one of the aspects that I was missing in my business was accountability. So when we had some interactions with Mr. Jack Canfield, I said, you know what, one of his principles that Swapna always keeps teaching is ask. So when we met Jack Canfield, I decided to ask Jack Canfield whether he would like to be my accountability partner. And guess what he said?
Yes.
He said yes. So actually Jack Canfield is my accountability partner right now.
Wow, that's profound.
That is profound. And it's really powerful. It's really powerful. I mean, imagine if you've committed to do something and you have to answer to Jack Canfield every week.
At 5 a.m.
Exactly. You better do that. You better do that. All right. The next person I have to talk about is Tony Robbins. Such a huge. Who doesn't know Tony Robbins? Let me see a show of hands. Who doesn't know Tony Robbins? Who doesn't know? All right. Tony Robbins, very, very powerful personality, and I am very proud to let you know that by the end of this year, I'm going to be a certified coach with Tony Robbins. Thank you. And these aspects that again Tony has in terms of life coaching and business coaching are so powerful that even if I can implement 1% and teach my clients, their life is going to change tenfolds. Tenfolds. It's so powerful. Okay. Laurel Langmeyer, already talked about, Bob Proctor, Dr. John Gray, Brian Tracy. We're sharing stage with Brian Tracy next year. I'm also co-authoring a book with Brian Tracy. This is the next person. Robert Allen. He's the master of no money down. He was challenged by a US newspaper saying, no money down, that doesn't exist. You can do it because you have all your contacts. You can do it because you earn millions of dollars. So he said, you know what, forget everything. Put me in a city which I don't know any contacts, but just give me $100 for lunch and dinner. That's it, and I'll make it happen. And in 72 hours, that guy bought a property. 72 hours. Right? That's the power of these people. That's the power of these people. Why I'm telling you all this is my success did not come out of my mind here. It did not. I mean, I wish I was in a position that, hey, I figured it out and I was able to do this. No, but it did not. It did not. When we started to associate with these successful people, that's when I started seeing success. Okay? So I have some testimonials with all these coachings that I have received. I'm fortunate enough to pass along these teachings and coachings to a lot of our clients. This is Virginia. She says, Amit and Swapna brought so much value to my life and business. You have so much power. You guys are amazing. Virginia. She's a coach from New York. Mike Schreier. Amit and Swapna's coaching has changed my life. I'm so happy I came to them and got to learn from them. Mike Schreier, he's a Facebook guru. He's in Hamilton. This is Mary. She's a realtor from Manitoba. I was able to figure out my life's purpose today. I thank Amit and Swapna for that. And this is the reason why we love what you do, right? If I am teaching people and I'm changing their lives and making such a huge difference, that's it. That's it. It makes us it's such a satisfying thing for me to do, right? Like me standing here and showing you this stuff. This is it. This is my dream. I'm living my dream right now.
My dream has to be bigger than my excuses. That if it's going to be, it's up to me. And I just can't wait and blame others. I have to take action myself. And even after today's event, I need to take action, not procrastinate.
Learn the principles you need to change your life. Learn the things you need to learn and then take action.
You hang out with people who are on a higher level to you, they are going to bring you up, and that is why I surround myself with Amit and Swapna. And they're just down-to-earth people, they're genuine, and they're willing to help people first. See, most people focus on money and then help the people after. You have to focus on helping people first, and the money will come after. So I support their vision, I support what they do, and I'm just so thankful for them for hosting this workshop, and you guys are really missing out. You really need to come here.
The rules of the raffles are simple. I'll pick out a ticket, I'll say the number, and if just match the number that I'm saying to the number on your ticket. If I call your number, are you just gonna come up like this? No. Woohoo, I won. Coincidence. Coincidence. Cool. You get the point.
Awesome. You're awesome.
Okay. You'll start? Everybody's ready?
Yes.
How do you come up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So this is basically how you come up. So I call your number and you're like, yeah, I won! Ready?
Ready.
830-403-0.
That's me. Is there enough energy? What do you think? What do you think?
No, that's not energy at all.
Close enough. Okay, he says close enough. Okay, so give us this close enough. There you go.
Second prize.
You want my number?
830-4059.
You have to be But that is not energy. What are you doing, guys? Come on, energy.
Energy.
This little boy, he's teaching us. Come on.
Okay. All right, last one, the book, Double Your Income Doing What You Love by Raymond Allen.
Very powerful book. Okay, that's up for the draw.
So cute.
830-4128.
Really?
Come on, energy.
Energy. You shouldn't get the book if you're not energy.
There you go. Thank you. Good. So let's get started. So procrastination is a silent killer of your dreams. And if you learn how to handle procrastination, it will jumpstart many areas of your life. Many areas. And this is important for you to understand, because the way procrastination works is procrastination does not work in just one area of your life. Procrastination works in every area of your life. Because how you do, okay, this is something you definitely must write down, is how you do one thing is how you do everything. Yes. How you do one thing is how you do everything. When I asked you a question, you raised up your hand and answered the question. That's exactly how you do everything in life. Whether you sit at the back and don't answer questions or quiet to yourself, that's how you lead your life. That's how you lead your business. If you're sitting up front, involved, writing, answering questions, that's how you lead your life. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. Get it? Yes. Alright. You're getting some aha moments here.
I would argue that point. It's based on what you like. If you want to do something, you will. If you don't care, if you don't have the enthusiasm, tomorrow is good enough.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's exactly the topic we're talking about. So thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate that.
I like that.
Okay, good. All right. Sorry?
I didn't know about that.
You didn't know about that, right? Yeah, it's powerful.
Yeah.
It's powerful. It's hard to believe. That's the problem with these powerful principles I'm teaching you, that they're very hard to believe. And that's why I keep repeating that whatever I'm saying may not be true for you. Right? Because you may not be at that stage where you're ready to accept it. Right? So let's see why people procrastinate. Why do you procrastinate? Because if you understand the reason why, then it's easier for you to get rid of it. Right? Yes. If you don't know the reason why you procrastinate in the first place, how do you expect to get rid of it? So that's what we're going to talk about. So why do you think you procrastinate? What's the reason? And you said one thing which is very important, things that you don't like. Perfect. Very good. That's actually one of the reasons.
Fear?
Fear. Very important. Yes?
Fear of success.
Fear of success.
Yeah, they might believe it won't happen for them.
It won't happen. It happens to everyone, not for me.
Yeah.
No, not for me. That's true. That's true. Yes, Dave?
Not focused.
Not enough focus. Very powerful. Very powerful. Yes?
You don't feel urgency for that, you know.
Perfect.
No urgency. Like life doesn't depend on it. You know,
Exactly.
That's so true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good. Yes?
You have too many things to do at once.
Too many things. Whoa. That's a big one. That's a big one. Yes?
I think you are not convinced that you can do it.
You're not convinced. You don't believe that you can do it. So you just procrastinate. That's true. Okay, good. I'm going to give you something which is again very powerful. But I'm going to give you this information via a story. You know, they did an experiment with frogs. And what they did is they put a live frog in hot water. Hot boiling water. And what the frog did, the moment he was put in that hot water, the frog immediately jumped out. Immediately, like that second that he was put in, he jumped out. Of course, it's too hot. What they did is they put that same frog in cold water. And he was amazingly happy, he was very relaxed, and everything was going excellent for him. And what they now started doing is they started heating up the water at a very, very slow speed. Slow speed. Okay? And the frog sat in there for some time, cold water he's enjoying, the water starts getting a little warm, doesn't matter. it starts to get a little warmer now. What do you think the frog did? He stayed there. He adjusted, right? It started to get warmer and warmer and warmer. It started to get hot. What do you think the frog did? He did not do anything. He persisted in that water. He lived in that water, which was actually unbearable for him. To end the story, what happened is the frog actually died.
Oh my gosh.
The frog actually died. Very, very important lesson. The frog actually died. The frog that could not stay in that water for 1 single second actually died just sitting in that water for the length of period. Okay? The lesson to learn for that is procrastination, right? So this is the story. This is the story we're talking about. Very, very comfortable. Very comfortable. And I want you to start thinking about it now. Next, what's going to come up is something that can change your life. Something that can change your life. And there is, when I do my presentations, there's something unique that you're going to see next. Okay? And I'm going to tell you how you're going to react to the next thing. Okay? So I'll do it first, and then I'll have to show this slide again so that you can do that action. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Something that's going to change your life. Procrastination. You procrastinate because it does not hurt enough. Because it does not hurt enough. Is that right?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
You saw that fire? It's called a fire slide. Okay? So what I want you to do is when you see that fire, I want you to say, ooh. Ready? Not right now, not right now. When you see that fire again, I'm going to repeat that. Serge, you ready? Alright. So here we go. Ooh. Okay. And this is the reason why you procrastinate. This is exactly the reason why you procrastinate, because it does not hurt enough. It's bad. The situation is really bad. Your financial position, your business position. You might be in the worst position ever, but you still decide, you still choose to be in that position because it does not hurt enough. So in this whole 3-hour presentation that you attended today, if you can sort of visualize this image right here, this image is worth the 3 hours that you spent with us today. Write this image. You got to start thinking about in your life, where are you getting comfortable? It's not good, it's not a great position to be in, but it's a comfortable position to be in. And that's the problem. There is an excellent book which is called Good to Great. Good to Great, and it emphasizes the same point. Right? Good is the enemy of great. It says, oh, how are you doing? I'm good. I'm good. Right? And there is nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong that I saw in that answer before I read this book. But the problem is this. Okay? Good. So let's move on. Ooh. You like? Ooh. All right. Good. Good. Gary really likes this, huh? Alright, so let's look at the reasons for procrastination. High self-confidence. High self-confidence. And this comes from very strong sense of self-confidence because you think, that's fine, I know how to do it, I can do it later. I myself was in this category. Sometimes I still go into this category of procrastination. I think, no, I can do that. I can do that presentation at the last moment, no problem. But it is a problem. It is a problem, right? Second thing, avoiding discomfort. The position that you are in is something that you don't want to move out of, right? You don't want to go into that discomfort. That's why you procrastinate. Fear of failure. What if you do something and if you fail? That's why you decide not to move. Emotional state. You might be really tired. You might be fatigued. You might be in a position where you're too stressed. And that's why you don't want to get any productive thing done. Okay? These are the 4 primary reasons why you would procrastinate. Now, to get rid of procrastination, the first strategy is to set goals and rewards. And what I mean by that is during the day, you can set up small goals and rewards for yourself. So think about the thing that you have been procrastinating. And what you do is, if you do that small thing, so I'll give you an example. Suppose if you want to clean your garage, and you have been procrastinating for, I won't say the number because I know it's a big number, right? So say X number of years. So what you do is you don't set up a goal saying that I'm going to clean my entire garage this weekend. No. Get real. You haven't done that for the past 3 years. How are you going to do it this weekend? Right? So what you would do is you would set up a small goal. You would set up, you know what? This small little thing that exists in my garage, that's the part I'm going to clean. That's it. That's it. I'm not going to look at any other mess that's in the garage. I'm just going to clean that small part in my garage. And when you do that, when you actually do that, it becomes less overwhelming. It appears more real. And that's why the chances of you going and doing it is way higher than when you look at the entire garage and think, oh my God, I have to clean the entire garage. The second thing that you do is you set up a reward for it. This is very, very critical. Very critical. So when you do clean up that small piece of garage, that small area of your garage, what you do is you decide to reward yourself for it. Because you are reinforcing that behavior for yourself by giving yourself a reward. And this is more of happening at the subconscious level. Because every time, and this goes to thousands and thousands of years ago, whenever you do something good and you reward yourself, you're actually programming your mind to do more. So what you'll see yourself doing is next weekend, you might actually think of doing this small part, but you would end up doing 150% or sometimes even 200% more of what you've decided to do. And this is something that I have used myself and seen amazing results. Okay? You like that? Yes. All right. What is it that you are going to clean up? What mess are you going to clean up in your life is what I want you to start thinking about. What is it that you have been procrastinating, and what small, tiny little thing that you can do? Maybe you have a list of 500 people in your database and you haven't called them, you haven't communicated with them. What if you decide, okay, you know what, I'm going to call 2 people tomorrow, not 500, but I'm going to call 2 people tomorrow. That's it. That's your small goal. And when you call those 2 people, then reward yourself. And this all has to be pre-decided. The day before you decide, okay, tomorrow I'm going to call these 2 people, and for calling these 2 people, I am going to do whatever you take pleasure in. Okay? The second thing you can do is you can declare, you can make it public. This is very powerful because now you're declaring it to other people, so it's more real for you. Okay? And you share it with people who support you, because they are the ones that are going to support you in overcoming your procrastination. The third thing you can do is you set negative consequences. Negative consequences. So one of the examples of this, so make the consequence of inaction so unbearable that you have no choice but actually to do that. So for example, it could be an organization or a company or some organization that you actually hate. And what you can do is you can say that, you know what, if I don't do this thing, I'm going to write a check of $1,000 to that corporation. Yeah. Right? But again, if you are totally committed to doing that, then you will go ahead and do that. This is actually one of the, why I put that number 3 is this is one of the most difficult ways to do it. But this is the best way to do it. This is the best way to do it. This is such a big motivator. But it requires a solid commitment. A solid commitment. Okay? Good. So how do you like these 3 so far?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yes.
Do you think you can apply them?
Yes.
Alright, which one do you think you will apply?
All 3 together.
Oh, wow, that's a motivated procrastination killer. Yes. All 3. How many of you are going to apply number 1? Alright, number 2? Okay, good. Now, why is your hand up like this?
Procrastinating to
What I did is, with the help of my mentor, I learned about procrastination. And what he explained to me is procrastination. This is again different from what we've learned so far. Okay, so just stay with me. Procrastination is actually your friend. I'm going to change that around a little bit, so just stay with me. Procrastination is actually your friend. And why I'm saying that is because look at your life, look at your business, look at the things that you're procrastinating. Carefully study them, carefully look at those aspects. And the real reason why you're not doing those things is because you should not be doing those things. You should not be doing those things. The things that you love, you don't procrastinate. Right? So the only reason why you're procrastinating actually is because you don't love to do that thing. You like that?
Yeah. Yes.
That's very, very powerful. So one of the ways that you can start to identify what you really love to do is see the things that you really are doing in your life and your business. I'll give you my example. I used to hate lawn mowing. Hate. And what I did is I ended up, my lawn used to grow quite tall. And I said, yeah, I'll do it. Like 3 weekends, 4 weekends. And it used to be really bad. And that's something that I was procrastinating. And then when I learned these concepts, these powerful concepts, that's not something that I love to do. That's not something I like to do. Right? This is what I love to do. Speaking on stages, teaching people how to enhance their life and their business. This is what I love to do. I would rather stand up here on a weekend and coach and teach and do powerful sessions like this rather than being in my lawn and doing my lawn mowing. Right? And when I could identify that, I changed. I hired somebody to do it. I delegated that aspect of my life. And my life started to change. So I want you to carefully think about procrastination as actually your friend. Don't look at it as an enemy. That's something that you need to either dump or you need to delegate. That's something that you're trying to do and you will keep trying forever. You will try to do that forever and you will not do it. That's a fact. That's a fact. The fact that you've not done this for the last 10 years, this is the reason, friends. This is the reason. You like that?
Yes.
Was that too much? Ooh, it's all quiet and now. So now what do you think? It's too quiet.
Yeah.
Everybody thinking about.
Good. Okay. Alright, so don't have time. Let's look at time. Who knows this number? 168. Yes? What does that mean? Why is this important?
Heather knows.
Heather! 168. Why is this number important?
Because it's the number of hours every single one of us have in every week.
Exactly. It's the number of hours in a week. Number of hours in a week. Okay. So I want you to start thinking about what you do in these 168 hours every week. I have some averages I'm going to share with you. Not necessarily what you do, but this is an average. 49 hours for sleep. That leaves you 119 hours. 56 hours of work. So taking into account that you work 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay, which may not be real. You may be working less hours or you might be working more hours than 56, but this is the average. 56 hours a week, that takes you to 63 hours left. 7 hours of commuting, that leaves you 56. 13 hours of errands and housework, now it leaves you 43 hours. 20 hours for family connecting time, that leaves you 23 hours. Now these 23 hours will decide your future. These 23 hours is what will decide your future. What you do in these 23 hours. Now again, like I said, for you it might be 19, it might be 40, it might be 4. Like, I don't know your life, you know your life. But I want you to consider this big number, 168, and see where you stand. Like my coach, Sunil, he asked me to do a sheet. He asked me to do an hourly sheet. And that's what I did. I did right from 5 a.m. in the morning. What do I do? How do I spend my time? And it's shocking. It's shocking how I spend my time. Right? Generally hours just go by. Oh, going to work, coming back, talking to a client, checking internet, checking Facebook, and the day is gone. But when you actually start to track it on paper, it's shocking. Okay? So if you land up with these hours, and these 23 hours is what you can identify, then you will really start to get focused and really start working towards your business. And this is where you make real money. Because it's said that 9 to 5 you work for someone else for your present. For your present. And 5 to 9 what you do is what you're working for your future. What I'm going to offer to you today is mind-blowing. And I've discussed this with my coach and I confirmed, can I offer this? Really? Are you serious I can offer this? And he said, yes, Amit, go ahead. It's going to blow your mind. Okay, ready?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Before we do that, I just wanted to show you something about mindset. We've been talking. Look at this.
Wow, that's nice.
Oh.
Can I
You know what this
$1 bill from
is?
Sunil.
This is actually a 24 karat gold note. And what it says, like I always keep this with me, and what it says is, I am financially free. I am financially free. Okay? Very powerful. Very powerful.
Oh, I thought you
All right, good.
I thought it was for the draw.
All right. Okay, so this is what Napoleon Hill said. Gaining power through mastermind. The mastermind is the coordination of knowledge and effort in a spirit of harmony between 2 or more people for the attainment of a definite purpose. For a definite purpose. Okay? You will never have great power without having a mastermind. I have studied so many successful people. I've read their autobiographies, and everywhere in their book they've mentioned mastermind. Every book has mastermind mentioned. Like take Think and Grow Rich, you take Jack Canfield's Success Principles. No book exists without this word, mastermind. So I said, you know what? There must be something. There must be something. And that's where we brought this to you. Jack Canfield says, masterminding is the most powerful tool for success. And I don't know anybody who has become super successful who has not employed the principle of masterminding. So from Napoleon Hill to Jack Canfield, all the leaders that you can think of have a mastermind group. And that's where the success lies. As an entrepreneur, if you're working all by yourself with your clients and trying to help them, the success that you're going to get is limited. Is going to be limited. But when you collaborate, when you start to coordinate your efforts with other very, very powerful leaders, that's when you're going to skyrocket. That's exactly when you're going to skyrocket. When I showed you the pictures of Jack Canfield and Sunil and Raymond and Brian Tracy, like we are traveling to where Swapna is speaking in November. We're going to have a mastermind session with Brian Tracy. 3 days we're going to spend with Brian Tracy. Imagine that. I'm asking him questions about my business. I'm asking him questions what my clients are going through. Very powerful. Very powerful. That's the secret. I'm going to ask him some questions and share that with my clients. Guess how powerful that's going to be, right? And that's where the secret is. So the mastermind purpose is problem solving, brainstorming, networking, encouraging, and motivating each other. That's what happens in a mastermind. What's the philosophy of a mastermind? More can be achieved in less time when people work together. I see a lot of entrepreneurs when they come to me for coaching, one of the main reasons why they are not getting the success is they are working by themselves. There is a famous quadrant. Who has heard of Robert Kiyosaki? Robert Kiyosaki, there's a very, very famous quadrant that he talks about. And it was a month ago that I met Sharon Lecher. Sharon Lecher is a co-author for this book, Rich Dad. And when I was talking to her, she again told me that same powerful thing about this whole quadrant. You know how it's ESBI, employee, small business, and investor. The only difference between small business and actually being in your own business is you don't have systems. You don't have systems because you have to continuously work in your business, and that's why you're not successful. The business cannot run without you. That's the problem, right? And what Mastermind does, it gives you an opportunity to sort of collaborate your services, complement your services with other powerful leaders in the group. And this is one of the features that has helped us tremendously in our business. Last month we had we had this mastermind, and we had this in Trump Tower. Trump Tower. These masterminds I'm talking about, you'll know these are very high-end masterminds. So it's not sitting in a community center and talking about how to do business. Okay, these are very powerful, high-end mastermind sessions I'm talking about, where people are really engaged with a powerful coach, and we get things going in action. Okay. So this is the philosophy. More can be achieved in less time when people work together. By being a part of a mastermind group, you will see opportunities you would not otherwise see, and get help you would not otherwise get. So if you are not a part of that mastermind group, you will not have access to these people. Right? And an excellent example is Sunil. Right? When I took up Sunil as my coach, when he accepted me as a student and we said, okay, let's work together, I became a part of this mastermind group. And that's when we started sharing ideas and sharing some concepts that I have in my business, and helping other people in the group and helping them enhance their own business. I would not have access to the mastermind if I was not in that position. So what I did actually is I studied all these principles, I put them together in my mission. I said, what's my mission? Why am I here? I'm here to create 10 millionaires by 10-10-20-20. That's something you wake me up at 3 o'clock at night and you ask me my mission, I have it ready. That's my mission. Okay? And I started to put these two things together. Masterminding, mission to create millionaires, credibility, clarity, accountability, success system, and coaching. Right? When I put all these things together, what comes to mind is this powerful mastermind. There's one single thing that we can incorporate to get all these things done in one day. Guess how powerful that session is going to be. Right? And that's what this mastermind is going to be about. So let me give you information about this. This is the best thing I'm going to show you. It's called the Millionaire Mastermind. You like the name? Yes. Millionaire Mastermind. Because we were thinking, if my goal is to create 10 millionaires, what should the mastermind be called? And it's simple. Millionaire Mastermind, because that's what we're going to teach you. How to become a millionaire. Okay? This person, Sunil Tulsiani, has actually agreed to do a mastermind for us. Now, Sunil has not done mastermind outside of his group in GTA. Okay, he's done his own mastermind. We've attended his mastermind, very powerful. But I was able to request him to do a mastermind for people that I know, so that I can share that information with you. And you can be a part of this high-end mastermind. Are you excited about that? Yes. Whoa, look at this. This is the picture that I received. This is where our mastermind is going to be. You like that? Yes. Alright, so Millionaire Mastermind. How to make 100K per year working part-time. That's the subtitle. That's what we will talk about. How to make 100K a year working part-time. The location is Hilton Hotel in downtown Toronto. And the date is November 4th. It's a Saturday, November 4th. Is going to run from 8 to 5. 8 to 5, and the cost is $2,000 only. Now you must have heard masterminds worth $5,000 or $10,000, right? Especially these high-end masterminds. Okay, good. So what are we going to cover? This is very important for you to know. How to make 100K working part-time. In this high-end mastermind, you will experience ultra luxury and abundance. You will be having amazing breakfast and lunch with these successful, highly motivated people, because that's what it's all about, right? Networking and meeting these high work people so that you can replicate, you can duplicate what these people are doing. That's it. That's where the secret is. Rather than you trying to figure it out yourself, how about you can get someone who's already done it to just tell them, hey, I want to do what you did, how did you do it? And that person is there with you the whole day, teaching you the exact strategies that he's done and become successful. That's the easiest way to do it. That's the shortest way you can do it. Shortest. I'm telling you that there is no other secret I can share with you. Just ask them how they do it. They are ready to share. Multi-millionaire people are ready to share their secrets. You just have to go there, implement it, and see success. That's it. That's simple as that. You'll meet and build deep relationships with people that you already know. Probably you already know some of these people in the mastermind. Or there might be some people that you've never met before. You learn at the highest level how to make 50, 100 or 200K working part-time or full-time. Would you like that?
Yes.
You will learn how to attract clients so that they come to you. Like right now you're striving for clients, you're striving for getting more clients. How do I get clients? What do I do? Here, once you're established in this mastermind and learn these strategies, clients will actually come to you. You will become an attraction in your niche because these are the strategies that we're going to teach you. You'll learn how to get stages, how to negotiate with them and set up so that money is made in the front end and the back end. Once I started getting coached by Sunil in the last 6 months, I have spoken at about 8 stages.
Wow.
8 stages, and these are not small stages. These are stages which are very, very powerful. You learn behind the scenes secrets of setting up a multi-million-dollar business. How having your own mastermind coaching and training business can be a great business model for you and how you can set it up the right way. Because the setup and structure is one of the most important components of your business. Just having your business doesn't do anything if you don't have a proper structure to have it in place and actually start to monetize it. Right? That's where people are. That's the missing ingredient. In my book, in the 4th chapter, that's what I talk about. What's the missing ingredient? If you look at my book, page 63, that's where I refer to this. All right, so multi-millionaire mastermind package. You want to know about this?
Yes.
All right, so this is what you get. You get one-on-one coaching session with me, which is $500 included in the package. A bonus gift voucher for any of our services. Now, at Your Profound Solutions, we provide lots of services and products, which is business coaching, online marketing, and lots of other products that you can take advantage of. You get a $200 gift certificate for that. So you can redeem that for any service that we use. And bonus powerful and transformational books and audiobooks, the value of that is $250. Now, if you calculate the total value of this product is $2,950. Do you want to pay that price?
No.
No, I wouldn't want to pay that price. I want some discount. Who wants a discount? No, nobody wants a discount? Who wants a discount? Yes. All right. This is the discount. We're doing the sale price for $997 only. $997 and you get everything included. What I'm about to show you here is, as a part of this package, you get this gift certificate for $200 in addition to the one-on-one coaching session that you get with me. Okay, so Shiv, you get 2 because you already won one for me. So you get 1 session. Now I'll tell you, $997 covers 1 coaching session. So all these other things are actually free. If you are an entrepreneur and if you're thinking from business perspective, the entire thing is free. And look at this, what I'm including. I'm including this Jack Canfield pack. Wow. Woo! I'm giving this to you as a bonus in this package. And this is self-esteem and peak performance. If you listen to these CDs, it will change your life. It will change your life. It's a powerful set of CDs. And this is included in your package. So if you add all this up, this is way more than $997. Way more than $997. What if I can make it still sweeter for you? Wow. What I'll do for you is, if you sign up today, now that's the trick. That's the catch, if you want to call it. To get this entire package and everything what we've talked about, including my coaching session and the gift certificate, you have to sign up today for $497. That's it. For $497. Now, the catch is that there are only 10 seats. There are more than 30 people in here, but there are only 10 seats. If there are more than 10 people who want to enroll, we'll have to talk about it at some later date. I cannot take it. You saw the room, and it's a mastermind, so we cannot really have 20, 30 people. Okay, it has to be limited to only 10 people. And that's what it is. It's only 10 people that we can take. So to get in, we are going to pass around this form, which you're going to share with, which you're going to get, and just fill in this form and come and see me after the session. And there are some questions which you will have to answer. Yeah, it's an application that you fill in with your name and why you want to get into this mastermind. Once you fill that in, come and see me, because I want to give you this whole gift bag today. You walk up with this bag today. It's not at a later date. We have these bags ready at the back. Whoever signs up will get it today. And when I say it's only for today, believe me, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Some people in the audience, you know me, right? It's not something, oh, no, he'll give us the same deal tomorrow. I will not. I will not. I have people in this room who have offered, not a mastermind, but some of my other coaching programs, and they've come to me at a later date asking me for the same price. They did not get that price. And there is a reason why I do that. One, and this is an important point even for you to understand. One is your branding. Because if I offer this to you saying this is the only day, only if you sign up today you get all this at $497. And if you call me tomorrow and if I give you the exact same deal, I'm actually not ethical. I'm totally not ethical. That's unfair, right? So even from that perspective, I cannot give you the same offer. I just cannot. So if you're really interested, if you're serious about doing something for yourself, today is the day. Today is the day. You might still sign up for the Millionaire Mastermind 3 days from now if there is space available. But you will be paying, believe me, you will be paying $497, the same price, just for the mastermind. And I have paid. Don't get me wrong, I have paid this price just for the mastermind. It's well worth more than $497. But getting this together with the coaching session and with the 200, I mean, I can't even tell you what. The gold note here, this itself is $100. This is 24 karat gold note. And I'm including that right in the package. So the value of this package is truly more than $2,900, but today you're getting it for $497. So fill up the form, and this is your only opportunity to get everything in the package tonight. Okay? And you fill in the form, come and see me. I'm able to process. Nina is going ahead. So we have now 9, actually we have one more spot that is gone. So we only have 8 spots left now. We only have 8 spots left. So if you're really interested, fill up that form and we will see you at the back. But this is the best opportunity you can take advantage of. I attended one of the mastermind and my life changed right there. I got more business from that mastermind itself than I got from working 3 months in my business. 3 months in my business. And this could be your chance. This could be your chance. Okay? $497, I have offered just the coaching more than that price. Just the one-on-one coaching. Okay? So this is the best opportunity for you. I am opening it up for you with Sunil. He has agreed to do this for me, and he's agreed to extend it to my group, which I'm really fortunate that he agreed to do that. So it's November 4th, it's a Saturday. We're going to work with you the whole day from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I would love to see you there. I want to work with you. I want to be partners with you, and we will work together. Okay? So if you have any questions,
One more spot is gone.
one more spot is gone. So we have 7 left now. We have only 7 spots left. So this is your time. We talked about procrastination, right? This is the moment. This is the moment. Think of, I'm not trying to say, I know this is going to go full. I'm not worried at all. Believe me, I'm not worried. Right? These 10 spots are going to go. I wanted a bigger mastermind actually. I was talking to Sunil and I wanted a 15 mastermind. He said, no, we only want 10. We only want, right, Sarna? Sunil only takes 10 people. That's his rule, and I love that. I'll answer questions after. And that's the rule because we want that closeness in the group. Right, Cora? You've attended to you. Cora was speaking at the mastermind at the Trump Tower.
Yes.
Right? Very powerful. These sessions are the sessions that you need to be. I'm not trying to, don't get me wrong, but you're here for money, you're here for credibility, you're here to get to the next level. This is your chance. And this $497, of course, is business. So you can deduct from your tax. This is a tax deductible expense. This is a business expense for you. So this is not even an expense. And you're literally getting this price more than $2,500. You cannot get a better deal.
We had a great event. It was a 3-hour free live seminar, and it was called the Profound Success Seminar. And I'll tell you, it was I got so many people coming up to me and saying that it was life-changing for them.
They had big aha moments. It was breakthrough sessions for some of them. And just listening to those people gives me a lot of satisfaction that I'm able to change lives, right? So it was amazing, and it was great to connect with new people, great audience, great response, and yeah, it was fantastic. It was awesome.
The brightest moment in this workshop was when I discussed about procrastination. That was an issue that people have, and a lot of my coaching clients have that issue before they come to me. But when I teach them some strategies as my clients, as one-on-one clients, and the changes that they are able to see in their life and business, it just changes their whole dynamics of how they operate their life and business. And the aha moments that they get because of application, it's not just the knowledge, right? It's the application that they are doing that's giving them the results. And once they see the results, they want to do more, right? And that's how that works.
My final advice would be, live your dreams. Find what your purpose is and live your purpose, like I'm living mine right now, right? So what is it that you truly want in life? Discover that. Redefine your purpose and live it.
The advice that I would give entrepreneurs is take focused action. Focused action. Because a lot of entrepreneurs, I feel they are lost. They don't know where they're going. They're working really hard, believe me, they're working really hard, but they're not having a clear focus. They want to do 5 different things. They want to have multiple streams of income. But the thing is, they don't have one source of income which is steady and coming to them on a regular basis. And they are on the lookout for having multiple streams of income. So when I train when I teach, when I do sessions, when I do coaching seminars, what I teach them is try and focus first. Try to get that one stream of business going and become an expert in that. And my teachings are all build up credibility. Build up credibility. I teach them how they can build up credibility so that people start looking at that entrepreneur as a specialist. Now they get recognized in their field as a go-to person. And once that's established, then you start attracting clients. That's the beauty. That's the way to do it.
The upcoming mastermind, it's called the Millionaire Mastermind. It's happening on November 4th on a Saturday. It's at the Hilton Toronto Downtown Hotel. It's limited to only 10 people because it's a mastermind. So it's a closed group. And we attended a lot of masterminds in the past, and what we found is by attending these masterminds, you actually collaborate with some of the millionaires in the room. You get to connect with people at a much higher level, right? And it's really, really transformational in terms of it took our business to a whole new level. We are now able to learn new strategies and implement that in our business, and it's just amazing, phenomenal. So I highly recommend you coming out to the mastermind because it's going to take you to the next level for sure.
It's one of the most awaited event for me because this mastermind is going to be such a powerful event where we are going to connect to people whom you can be partners with. Because as an entrepreneur, if you are working in your business all by yourself, you might have a team that works for you, you may have employees, but as long as you have partners which are very powerful, that can complement your services and your products, you are not going to see the level of success that you want to achieve. In these masterminds, we actually have powerful coaches and people coming to our masterminds that have already seen humongous success in their businesses. Like the last mastermind that I attended, actually through that mastermind, I got more business done in that mastermind than what I had done last 3 months. It's that powerful, right? It's just the association, the people that you connect to in these mastermind, that makes a big difference. So if you're just thinking about doing a mastermind, having your own mastermind, attend this one first because you're going to learn so much about masterminding. You're going to get the scenes, behind the scene interaction that happens. And so that your masterminds are going to be so powerful that can attract more and more clients to your business. And the information that you gain in the mastermind is going to change your life, is going to change your business, guaranteed.